The first step for data collection is going to be to log into both ArcGIS Field Maps and ArcGIS Survey123. You will not need to do this every time, but the first time you use the apps or if you get logged out. Here I'm opening the Field Maps application on a tablet. We have a few options, so I'm going to press Sign In with ArcGIS Online. Now I'm going to type in my username and password. And now I'm going to press Sign In. Back in my home page, I'm now going to press Survey123 and log into that application. So let's sign in with ArcGIS Online. And once again, type in our username and password, just as we did in Field Maps. So now that we're signed in to ArcGIS Survey123 and ArcGIS Field Maps, let's go ahead and reopen ArcGIS Field Maps. With ArcGIS Field Maps open, the first thing I'm going to see is all of the groups I am a member of within the APP GIS portal. These are the only groups in which I will be able to collect data. So you should see in your groups all Africa training and your corresponding country surveyors group. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and open a map from the Dev Testers group, which you will not be a member of, but we will be using in this demonstration. Within the Dev Testers group, we are going to download an offline area for the Sample Trapping Survey field map. To download an offline area, select the three buttons on the right and Add Offline Area. Pan over to your area, so I'm going to go into Colorado, which is where I'm going to do my survey. And you can see on the top of the right map pane there is a location button. So press this if you would like to see where you are now to get yourself oriented with the location that you want to survey. On the bottom left, you can see a Download Area button, and this is what we're going to press in order to download our area. You can also see above the Download Area button, there is a level of detail selection option, and currently it's set to room. We recommend using a different resolution, which will result in a larger area that you're going to download. So let's select the button called Room, and we recommend using streets or neighborhood for all surveys. So for this one, we're going to select streets, and I'm going to center this box over the area that I'm going to have my survey. So next, now that we're centered, let's press Download Area. And my device is now working to download the offline area that we defined. Be patient for this step to download. It may take a while and it may even fail. If the download does fail, try again to re-download your offline area. So now I'm back that my area has downloaded, and I'm going to click these three vertical dots on the right of my new area and see the options available to me. I'm going to rename the area something that will help me stay organized and maybe remember the name of the farm or the location that I'm surveying. So whatever works best for you, feel free to populate that here. Now let's go to Survey123 to download the corresponding survey form for the offline area that we just downloaded in Field Maps. So I can either press the Download Surveys button on the bottom of my screen, or I can press my initials and press Download Surveys there. Once I press Download Surveys, all of the surveys that are available to me are going to populate here. And since we downloaded the Sample Trapping Survey in Field Maps as an offline area, let's go ahead and download the Sample Trapping Surveys form within Survey123 as well. So in order to do that, let's press the cloud with the arrow pointing down on the right side of this form, and the survey is now downloaded. So I'm ready to go in the field, turn off Wi-Fi, and survey. So now I'm going to reopen Field Maps and open the offline area. I'm going to press that location button, the top right of the map pane, bringing me to exactly where I am. Make sure that AutoSync is turned off before you begin your data collection. And with AutoSync off, let's start our survey. To start, simply press the blue plus button on the bottom right hand side of the screen and name your survey site. Something to point out here is if I move my finger, the crosshairs are going to shift, but this won't be made permanent unless you click Update Point. As you can see, it shifted over, and to get it back to my current location, just press that location button and it'll shift me back, and press Update Point once more. So now that my trap is in the correct location and I have filled out the required site name, it is now time to submit my trap. So press that check button at the top right, and it is now saved as a local edit. So from here, just click that hyperlink, which is going to take me to my survey form within Survey123. So now we are going to go through all the required fields and fill out the survey. If you do not fill out a field with a red asterisk, the survey will not submit. So please note that you can change the language at the top right-hand side of the map. Let's fill out the survey itself now. I'm going to label my trap. Next is my site type, agricultural. So selecting my host here, I will leave the date as is and type in my name as the field technician. Trap-lure combination is a drop-down, and here I have a few different options for actions performed. For this very first time, I'm going to install the trap, and the next time that I visit this trap, I'm going to perform a different activity, which we will show in just a minute. A sample was not collected at this site, so automatically the specimen status is going to be negative. So let's go ahead and submit the survey and save in our outbox. After submitting the survey form in Survey123, my app will automatically take me back to the Field Maps application. So at this point, I have the option to either collect a new trap site or add an activity to an existing trap within Survey123. The other option is to finish for the day, establish a Wi-Fi connection, and sync my newly collected data. So here I am back on the home page and connected to Wi-Fi and ready to sync. Opening Field Maps, we can see one local edit here. So I'm going to press those 3 vertical dots and sync to upload. Now on to Survey123. With the app now open, we're going to click Outbox. And let's click Send. So let's conduct another survey a week later. I'm going to go into Field Maps and go back to my offline area. I'm going to click on the trap that I want to add an activity to. And this time we're going to conduct a monitoring activity at that same trap. So let's press that hyperlink and get to the form. We're going to fill out the survey questions again, not skipping any required fields. And for the activity date, let's make it a week after we placed our trap. We've got trap-lure combination, and we're going to do a monitoring activity this time. I'm going to say we did collect a sample. We're going to see some extra fields pop up here that are required. So typing in the sample label now and a specimen count of 2. The status for the specimen is automatically going to be presumptive positive, but once the diagnostics are complete, you can fix that to positive and negative within the APP GIS Hub experience site. So save to the outbox and you're automatically taken back to Field Maps. I'm back in the office after my survey today, and I don't need to go back into Field Maps to sync because I didn't collect any new traps this time. I do need to go back into Survey123 and sync to upload the new survey in my outbox. Here's my survey, so sending that one in to sync, and we're done. So now another week has passed, and I'm going to go back into Field Maps and go back to my offline area, and I'm going to return to that same trap we've been working on. So selecting that, let's do one last survey to remove our trap and record that activity. So we're going to press that hyperlink and fill out the required fields in our survey form. Let's make the activity date 2 weeks after we first installed our trap. And then for action performed, scrolling down, we're going to remove the trap. So the important thing to remember is that every time you visit a trap, you need to have an activity recorded with your visit. No sample was collected this time. Submitting and saving the outbox, and we're back in Field Maps. Once again, I'm back in my office at the end of the day and connected to Wi-Fi. Time to sync my data. Opening Survey123 and the outbox, and gonna press send. The data is now synced and uploaded and can be viewed in the APP GIS Hub Experience site.